Just what was working so well defensively down the stretch as you guys held them down in the fourth quarter?
I think we made things difficult. I also think they missed some good looks, so got away with a couple. But we strung some stops together down the stretch when we needed to, and created like a 5-6 point cushion, and then just kind of kept that.
Jalen, for Mikal, this is now 3 straight games where he's just made shot after shot. What do you feel like is going for him as well as it is? And on the other end, what do you feel like is working so well with the way that he's defended Maxey?
I mean, offensively, it's a make or miss league, and obviously there's times the ball's going in, times where there's not. And but I think for him, what's been the most consistent is him and his routine every day, doing the things he has to do to make sure he's ready to go, and so when the ball does go in, it's not a surprise. He works at it. That's what he does, and I'm no surprise there when he's doing that. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I think he's just making things so tough. I also think Tyrese is generating some good looks for himself and for others, but we're just trying to make it as tough as possible because obviously the things that he can do is pretty spectacular.
Different kind of game that you guys had the last few games. What were you thinking going into the last 8 minutes or so, and what do you think about the way you guys handled overall the situation?
Most importantly, just staying poised, staying composed, just figuring out just one play at a time, one step at a time, and not looking too far ahead. And when they make it faster, when they go up one or we take the lead back, just focusing and paying attention to the details, and just find a way how to just make the next play on either side of the ball.
Jalen, with OG going down there in the fourth, how big of a blow is that, and how do you guys now, as you move forward, overcome that, at least in the short term?
I'll cross the bridge when I get to it. I don't know too much.
Jalen, they obviously made a concerted effort to try to get you guys in foul trouble early. Is there anything you see as a commonality between games 1 and 2 where you guys can improve in terms of whether that's discipline or whether that's keeping your hands back or whatever it might be?
Yeah, just staying disciplined. Those are the details I'm talking about that we have to pay attention to, and I mean it can be a difference maker. The small things can be a very big difference maker. So we just gotta pay attention and just make sure that we're all on the same page and focus on our game plan discipline.
Jalen, on a lighter note, the ball got stuck behind the basket. Did you give Drummond some advice how to do it better next time?
Nah, but I mean, we looked at each other and definitely said that it was going to be on social media later. So.
Was he separated you guys at the end?
I mean, we just found a way to execute, and we got the stops that was needed, got the rebounds. I think that was something that was really hurting us with our offensive rebounding, and we found a way to get the stops and end those possessions. And on offense, I mean, you shout out to Kale, to Jalen, making the big shots and giving us a lead like that, but our defense was something special.
Okay, it looks like they're making a concerted effort to try to draw fouls on you, whether that's good fouls, questionable fouls, whatever you want to call it.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Is there anything I guess maybe you could do differently to insulate yourself against that type of issue?
I don't want to ever lose the physicality. This is something that's done us well in the last game. So, yeah, I'll look at the tape. I'll get better, more disciplined, and I don't want to put my team in that position again. So, I got to do a better job.
Carl, they were trying Paul George on you a little bit tonight. First time they've done that this series. They did it in the regular season. So,
I wish I made that dunk. I would have some say to him after the game.
How did you feel like you did it on that matchup, and how did you feel like you operated on it?
I mean, first off, it's well documented. Paul's one of my best friends, and he's like a brother to me. And he raised me in the league, honestly, like a big bro. Taught me what it is to, do a lot of things the right way. And I just wanted to go out there and impact winning. It wasn't even about a matchup or anything, but making the right plays when the ball did hit my hands, and whether that was driving, that was passing, taking the shot, or maybe it was slowing down our offense to get it organized. So, I'm just happy. Like I said, I always tell you, I just want to impact winning. I was able to do that tonight.
Were you trying to be polite and help Drummond, or were you getting tired of waiting for the ball to shoot your free throws?
It seemed like they were struggling. I wanted to get the game going, man. I already had a hot hand, so I didn't know what was going on. But I said it on SportsCenter. They was asking what was said, and I was like, honestly, I didn't say anything to Andre, and none of them. But I did say something to Maxey, and that's why y'all saw us laughing at the free throw line, because he walked up to me and I was like, I went to Kentucky longer than you, so I have a little more experience, with the geometry and all that comes with getting the ball off of that. So shout out to Cal and the amazing teachers we had at Kentucky. Taught me well.
Karl, you mentioned getting stops down the stretch. Just what was the biggest difference between the fourth quarter and the first three?
I think we did a better job of not fouling in the second half, and also offensively. Their offensive rebound was really hurting us, so I thought we did a much better job of that in the second half. And again, it was just us executing, being disciplined, finding a way to get a gritty win. Something that, for better or for worse, hasn't been in our cards the last 4 games, but this showed a lot about our locker room and our team.
Obviously, being in rhythm is a super important thing on the offensive side of the ball. When you're dealing with foul trouble and you have to spend more time on the bench than you normally would, how do you ensure that you can stay in that rhythm when you get back on the court? Are you looking to move without the ball? You want the ball in your hands when you get back out?
Just being aggressive. I always talk about aggressive at playmaking, and for better or for worse, like I said before, I may not have been able to play much minutes in the first half, but tried to use that as an advantage of mine, to have a more rested body than everybody else on the court, and just try to be a spark plug for our team coming out of halftime. So, like I said, I'm just happy I was able to impact winning and do that for our team tonight.
Hey, bro, congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
I wanted to ask you about when you picked up your third and then your fourth fouls. Sorry for the 8th foul question, but
It's a lot of foul questions. I wonder why.
There was a lot of foul.
Yeah.
So you waved off your coaching staff, and every guy wants to play. Obviously, you could joke that maybe Mike owes you a dinner, but what's it like?
No, it's okay.
When you guys talk after the fact, like what's it like? Just kind of man to man working with your coaches. Like they know you want to stay in, but you also have to balance that.
I mean, like you said, I'm competitive, and I wanted to be out there helping our team win. Obviously disappointed I got the foul call, but I felt that I just wanted to be in the game to help us win. And you trust your coaching staff, and they told me I would come back in the fourth quarter and to be ready. And shout out to my teammates all talking to me, making sure they continue to build you up and let you know that they're behind you, and that you could that they see you doing great things in the fourth. And I wanted to do that for them. And like I said, I know it sounds monotonous, but like just impacting winning and going out there in the fourth and finding a way to impact winning and help us win this game is all it's about.
Karl, you and the OG have some really good chemistry on his cutting and your passing. There's no update so far on whatever you may have, but if you do wind up having to play without him, can that be replicated? Can you find that somewhere else?
Yeah, but I don't have any plans of doing that, so I don't really know. So we'll regroup tomorrow, see what the whole situation is, and obviously they'll give you updates.